Step to the podium to begin his daily briefing on the coronavirus. Let's listen in.
When we are students in high school, we page through them to see the moments in our history when the greatest challenges have come to us and where we have risen to those challenges. These days, it feels like it's one giant run-on sentence, a life unpunctuated by the normalcy of a weekend and a weekday starting. Except for the critical workers that are still going to work each day, and even for them, the weekends have disappeared. We know that life feels different. It feels all of a sudden like nothing is the same. We have no periods to stop, no commas to pause, fewer exclamation points to celebrate, maybe a lot of question marks for what comes next. But I want to talk to you today about this moment and this chapter in American history, because you might not have noticed in this new normal some of the things that go by, and today is Cesar Chavez Day, a day which marks a great American who stood up for the rights of all America and who pushed forward who we are as a nation. It was in the 1970s that Cesar Chavez was together with Dolores Huerta and the other leaders of the United Farm Workers Movement in Arizona. And there, where they were trying to have the most basic right to be able to strike and to be able to, of course, stand up for themselves, they were being beaten down by the system officially and physically. It was then that Cesar Chavez started what became a 25-day fast with nothing more than water. And at the end of those 25 days, he was hardly a man anymore. He had to be hospitalized. And Dolores Huerta visited him and then spoke to the farm workers who saw how beaten down Cesar was, but how courageous he had been too. And they said, "We can't do this. No se puede. It's not possible." They had a governor who refused to sign a law, in fact, signed one eliminating their right to have any basic worker rights. And Dolores looked at those workers and said, sí se puede. Yes, it is possible. Yes, we can. And now in America, this is part not just of that chapter, but of the American fabric. There are days right now where we wonder, it can't be done. Is it possible? And many of us feel in our hearts, no se puede. But I want you to feel and to know that, of course, not only can we do this, we will do this together. And that tonight, as we remember him and the living legend of Dolores Huerta, who still lives here in this great city and in California, that each one of us has a role to find that same courage they summoned to get through these days together. This was the start then, not just of any week,